Okay, I installed Bandicam here. So need to test and see whether it can actually record with the sound.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Can all of you hear me? Okay, we're going to start in 1 more minute. Okay, so you have all the HRT in class that is going to present this session. Okay. Okay. So good afternoon. So this will be an introduction to your senior class. So we have the students from J18, Year 9. Okay, some of you will have seen this before, but today we're going to have more exciting things to share. Okay, and then there will be a Year 8 because we also have something to share with the Year 8 about senior classes, about how, okay, you can join the senior classes in express way. Okay, senior class means that it's going to be year 10, year 11. Okay, and this year 10 class will start in September this year. So not too far away, just 6 months. Okay. So today briefing, okay, it's going to be with the parents and the students. Okay, and we will have, okay, a few of our teachers that will be presenting. If you can see on the agenda here, we have accounting. Okay, Miss Brush is going to help us present that part. And we have economics, which will be presented by Mr. Tan. Okay, something you may have not known that Mr. Tan is good at. Okay, we have also the business studies, and Miss Brush is going to present on this. Okay, and last but not least, we have maths. Okay, will be presented by Mr. Kevin. So all these subjects, okay, accounting, economics, business study, and maths, is something very new to all our lower secondary. So all the while you have been studying like what maths, okay, physics, biology, chemistry, ICT, okay. So all those subjects, okay, will be in your year 10, year 11 syllabus. The only things that you will not see anymore in year 10 is going to be literature, okay, so that, okay, coding, okay, and we're going to top up, okay, with all these extra subjects, okay, which will be very interesting, and we have the teachers to introduce it to you. So for year 10, there is two stream, okay. You either be in the pure science or you can be in the social science stream, okay. Oh yeah, before I forget, English is part of that. So the core subject means that those subjects that everyone will be taking will be English, Maths, ICT, Malay, and Mandarin. We say core is means that either you're in pure science or you're in social science, you will be taking all these 5 subjects. Of course, Malay and Mandarin will be considered as an optional subject. Okay, and we also give students the options. They can take it earlier, means that they can take it in year 10, okay, and complete the IGCSE for Malay and Mandarin, or they can continue and only take their Malay and Mandarin IGCSE at when they are in year 11. Okay, and the interesting things come. Okay, so on pure science we have the maths. Okay, physics, chemistry, and biology. Okay, so this one is considered as a math subject, where if you are interested to do into science after your year 11, after your IGCSE. You want to do A-levels, you want to do foundation in science, or you want to do matriculations, okay, anything that is science related, you would be required to do this pure science streaming. Okay, another stream, okay, is going to be your social science. So social science will consist of business study, accounting, economics, and you still take one science subject, which is biology, because we believe that you need to understand how your body functions, okay, and the daily lives, okay, things around you, your environment, okay. So this is very important. Whether you're doing a business or you're doing a science subject, we feel that biology is an important subject. So there's two options. So you can listen to what is being introduced as the additional maths in pure science, because it's something new. Physics, biochemistry is something you have already, encountered since your year 7, year 8, right? And we have something very exciting, which is accounting, economics, and business studies that you have not, you know, seen or have not even heard of it before this, right? So what are they? Okay, what are they, and then how are they being taught, and what is all these new subjects about? Okay, and is there any requirement to go for this new subject? So we have some requirement prerequisite. If you were to join the pure science stream, okay, doing additional maths, because it's on top of the maths that you're doing, is a more difficult, I would say extra hard maths, okay, add on to your effort. That's what is additional maths, additional effort required to do this, okay. So you must achieve A to A star in your maths for your year 9. So starting for this term, okay, in March you will have your term 1 exam soon, right? So for the year 9 students, if your target is to go for pure science class doing ed maths, you want to be an engineer, at the end you want to be a doctor, you want to be a scientist, okay, you need to score A and to A star for your maths. It's clear? So if you are having those ambition in mind, you want to be an astronaut, anything like that, science related, you need to make sure you work very, very hard for your maths, okay? Because you're going to have to work even extra hard, okay, when you come to year 10 to do ed math subject. And of course, we have the next one. Yes, okay. So the social science, okay, is there any prerequisite? Because social science is subject is something very new to you. Business studies, accounting, okay, economics, something that you have not encountered before. So we do not have a prerequisite for that. Anybody who have the interest, okay, and want to learn more, okay, on this field, and they are not interested in science, they are not interested, all these calculation things, all the maths, okay, it doesn't interest them. They're interested in what is happening there, out there in life, okay. They want to apply the practical knowledge, okay, and this would be the students that will go to social science. So interesting things for year 8, okay, your J20. So if you want to skip your year 9, okay, for J20 students, you can, okay. And the requirement is for all your basic subject like your English, maths, physics, biochemistry, ICT. We'll look into the average of the subject. If you can get all these 6 subjects, the average is A, means the average is above 80% for all these subject, English, maths, physics, biochemistry, ICT, okay? And you are allowed to skip year 9, okay? And go to year 10. And then, of course, you can always follow the pure science stream, doing your maths, or you can follow the social science stream, doing your business, economics, accounting, okay? So later on, if you are not clear, if you have any questions, there will be teachers, okay, up there, and you can ask, okay? Anything at all, okay, we would be able to answer you. So now let me hand over the meeting to our teachers to introduce it better. So for accounting ICT, I will stop sharing. Okay, it's to you, Miss Brush.
Thank you, Ms. Dana. Hello, everyone here. Just give me a moment. Let me just share my screen first. Okay, good afternoon, everyone, parents, students, teachers. We are here today to have a basic introduction about how we can help students to decide to choose between social science and pure science. Yeah. So I'm here today to talk about the subject for accounting. This is a new subject that has been introduced this year, this coming term. So we will start with getting to know about the subject first, and sorry, and some of the benefits of learning this subject in school. Okay, so Cambridge is also offered by, sorry, accounting is offered by Cambridge, and it has proven to be very, very helpful, especially in this modern business world today. Yeah, and because it does cover a lot of varieties, a lot of concepts in the actual business world that we're living today. So, students will learn on how to record, to report, present, and interpret financial informations. All right. So you'll be learning this sort of skills if you take this subject. It can be helpful for your higher education later, or even in your future when you want to choose your career within, your interest, the profession that you want to choose. The skill that you're going to learn in this subject is definitely going to be very helpful for you. Okay, so yeah. Um, Next, let's talk about why you need to study accounting. Let's say I'm pretty sure a lot of my students here may have the interest of studying your own business. We already have current students, we already offer business for our current existing students. So when you do accounting, right, it would help you, it helps you and gives you the ability to run your business in a more efficient way to become very successful. Yeah. So again, this is not something that you're going to use today, but we are preparing yourself for future. Starting your own business, having the knowledge of doing your own accounting. What do you do in accounting? You do record keepings, right? You record down your profits, all the loss that you get, you experience in your business, credits. How many suppliers are owing you money? They're supposed to pay you back. These are credits transactions. What about debts? You owe the bank, you need to pay the bank back, right? So you're called a debtor. So all these kind of transactions needed to be recorded, monthly basis in your company. Okay, so it helps you in this way. Yeah? You would be able to understand how your business runs. Okay, not just in mind or verbally looking at it. You have the numbers to support your company's performance. This is why a businessman or businesswoman need to have a very basic accounting knowledge so that you know where is your money going, right? How can you use your money to expand your business? Where is the profit coming from? How is your cash flow? Is a lot of money coming in compared to a lot of money going out? Yes. So you need to know all these things. How will you know as a businessman? Is take up these accounting courses. These are the very basic level of accounting that you're going to learn in high school. As you, for example, if you fall in love with this subject now, so it gives you a better perspective that in future probably uh, you know, you may want to focus on a career that is involving accounting. So, having said that, I've given you a list of career options here that you can think about. If you take accounting, what can you do in future, right? If you do accounting from now, high school and then degree, Probably after degree, you can choose a career that you can actually utilize your skills. Yeah. So a list of jobs options are here, career options. You can have a look. Yeah. And not to forget, yeah, all these careers comes with a very good salary packages, okay, perks. So it's a very good investment. Accounting is always something that you should pursue, okay, for mainly a career growth, get a good income. All right. So over here, what I'm showing right now is the syllabus that you're going to learn for accounting. Yeah, this is approved by Cambridge. We have about 7 units. However, I'm not going to go deep into this now because I think it's still too early for me to talk about each one of these what do you call topic, right? So I'm going to save this for your orientation later or during the first class. I'll go through each one of these topics with you, what you're going to learn in every one of these units. Okay, obviously we're going to start with the fundamental, the basic understanding or concept of accounting, record keeping, all these things. Yeah. So we'll save this later. Yeah. Just for you to have a look on the content of the syllabus. Okay. Now, if some students are doing business, right? Like if you take social science, you're going to be doing business. So when you are learning business, at the same time, you're also learning accounting, you will see the relevance in that. You will see how both are very interconnected. So basically, you'll be able to apply the skills that you learn in business in your accounting as well. And the knowledge that you learn in accounting, for example, how to calculate your gross profit, how to calculate your total cost, you're going to also use that in some of the topics in your business studies. Okay. So these are two subjects that should work along together. And it's also very easy for you to score, right? Because you're applying the skills in business. Now you can apply the pretty same skills in your accounting as well. Okay. All right. So again, before we end, right, I want to just share about this ACCA. This is the accounting qualifications. If you want to study ACCA in future, let me just share this. Right. So if you want to, let's say in a degree level, right, you want to further your studies in accounting. So probably you can have a look at this website. I'll just share this website in the chat box. A minute. Okay. So here you go. Okay, let's say you want to further your qualifications or your career, you have chosen it under accounting. So in order for you to qualify to study accounting in college later, there are some minimum entry requirements. Okay, so I have also pasted that in the slide over here. For Malaysia, let's focus in Malaysia as you're in Malaysia now. For you to enroll in ACCA course, in higher education, you would need this at least a minimum of 3 passes of O levels of Cambridge, 2 passes of A levels. Okay, these are the minimum requirements. And you're already entitled to register for accounting. Okay, the grades are given here. Let's say if you need more information about this, you can come and look for me later. We can sit down and discuss more further on how all this thing works. All right. Okay, assessment. A quick one before we end this accounting section. There's going to be 2 papers in your IGCSE. One is paper 1. You have an MCQ, multiple choice question with 30 marks. And paper 2 is going to be a structured written paper with 70%. All right, 100 marks also given there. So yeah, these are how we're going to assess your accounting paper. Almost pretty similar to business. But business is both papers are structured. So yes. Okay. So that is all about accounting. Yes, I'm done from my side. Can we move on to Mr. Tan, economics?
Yes, thank you, Ms. Fox.
I'm still sharing the screen, Mr. Tan, or do you want to share your screen?
All right, so just to highlight, for this subject, economics. Okay, so this economics is a code of 0455. Now, economics subject is a subject that is, I would say, subject in nature that is really close related to you. Okay, something that happens, something that revolves around us. Okay, I think what you can see from economic subject is that you learn how. Okay, the most important here is that how individual, how the firm, how the enterprise, and how nation as economics works together. So you are studying the behavior of that. Okay, so basically what you need to do, right? If you think that, okay, economics will be a subject of your choice, okay, is that you ask yourself, okay, do you love to learn about what's happened around the world? Okay, so what's the recent things that happen around the world that you see in newspaper? Anyone here? Yeah, this is a good example, war, right? So war between who and who? Yeah, Russia and Ukraine. Do you know that both of the countries are actually belong to the same country under USSR? Okay, before they break down into a few countries. Okay, so then of course war has nothing to do with economics, but what we look into that is that what's the consequence of war between them. All right. So example. So I think the most things that now Western countries are doing. So in specific, I'm referring to Western Europe. So what are they doing? Is trying to stop Russians from further pursuing the war. So what they do? Anyone? So what they do is that they basically, okay, they do kind of like boycott things from the country, including human, including things. Okay, if you know anything about sport, anything about things, so what the Westerns are trying to do is that, okay, they either stop using it or they stop the contract, anything, so that, okay, the Western will make the Russian feel that you, without us, you are nothing. Okay, but this is politic-wise. But what we're looking here is that what's the consequence of that? You realize one thing, okay, the petrol price are increasing. Now it's passing across about 100 barrels. It's like it's been a while since 2014. Okay, what's the consequence to us? Of course, your dad, your mom, right, go for the petrol station and pump, you're still enjoying 2 ringgit of petrol. But what happened now is that the government's going to pay a lot for you. Okay, if you want to know, okay, what's the consequence of it, go check the petrol station if your parents are pumping the green color of fuel. That one is the price without subsidy. So you are paying based on the market price. Then you see that the price keep on revised week by week basis. So what's the consequence to us? Right? Petrol increase means what? Some of you might take transporter. The price of fuel increase means probably the uncle of the transporter might asking, okay, we won't need to increase the fees. So for example, you're paying 100 per month, you probably paying 120, 130. Okay, so that's our first consequence. Second, what do you see? When petrol increase, everything will follow increase. All right. I think the most famous phrase of it is that, okay, if sugar 1 kilo increased by 10 cents, what can you see from the 10-cent increase? The price of one cup of coffee, it will increase by 10 cents. Do you think it's justified? It's not justified because you don't need one packet of sugar to throw into 1 cup of coffee, right? But this is the consequence. Okay, so what you learn here in economics is that you learn what's a factor, what's a consequence. Okay, and of course, is that how we can remedy it. Okay, so economics is kind of interesting. So the most important you need is that, of course, things that have been taught in the class. Listen to story. Third, reading extra materials. So there's a plenty of material you can read from news, right, to get more ideas. That's how you're able to understand well on how economics works. Okay, I can talk a lot of things about this, right, about what's the concept of economics, etc. But what the end is that paper consists of two types. Paper one, paper two. Paper one is MCQ. Okay, MCQ basically the question you can get it straight from the textbook. But questions tends to be harder when you go to paper two, where the questions are open. For example, they might ask you, all right, so now it's MCO. Okay, what's the economic impact of MCO? You won't find this in your textbook. So where you can get all this info from? Here, Google your own experience. Right, during the MCO period. So what the economic activity you can do? What activity you can do? Even though you're going for shopping, you want to buy stuff, right? You're so scared. You might really choose that, oh, I decided I want to do online purchasing. I won't go out. So that's your economic activity. Will you go to somewhere like Gun? Or you go to Genting? Right? Even you want to, they won't open for you. Okay? So this is the consequence. So you look that in your own experience. Some questions you won't find in textbook. That's the beauty part of economics. Okay? So if you think you need more information on this, please do come forward. Right? I can share more tools to you. Okay? The most important here is that you must have interest on economics. So you want to know what happened around the world and how does it happen. Okay? That's are the key to it. Okay? If you're wondering, hey, all right, I want to go to other country for vacations. So what's the procedure? Okay, why exchange rate is like this? Why is it like the currency are so low? That's all has a reason to it. Okay, so you're learning reason. And then I can tell you that economics is a subject that is the most practical. Because why? Because you can see what's going on. Okay, you study mathematics, I teach mathematics, you ask me, all right, what does this algebra can lead me to? Sometimes I really cannot give you answers. Okay, but I can tell you this is a prerequisite if you want to take engineering subjects, you want to take other subjects. But economics itself, okay, is one of the field, okay, that can give answer to you to whatever situation you have. Okay, that's the thing lah, huh? So, oops. Now, I can go back. Can't go back. Okay, now just to recap back, what's the assessment overview? So you are going to have two papers. Paper one is MCQ. Now, okay, MCQ means you got 30 questions, right? So you have 30 questions with the MCQ or ABCD, and then you answer it. Okay, so 45 minutes, and then paper two. Paper two are the most interesting one. Okay, you have a lot of questions, and then you're allowed to choose. Not a lot of subjects that allow you to choose questions. You choose question which based on whether can you understand or can you answer well or not. Okay, I think that's for my side. Thank you so much. So back to Ms. Prash.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Dan. It's me again. So now I'm going to talk about business studies. Okay, this is already a subject that we are offering in our school right now, and I would totally recommend all of my students to take business studies. Okay, right. Obviously, especially when you have passion in business. Okay, when you have passion in business, you are going to like the subject. Okay, I'm going to skip this slide first. This is the content, the syllabus content. As I said earlier, we can discuss this later, probably during orientation or during our first class itself. All right. I will start with the assessment method first. paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1 is 1 hour 30 minutes, 80 marks for business case studies. Okay. It is structured, so you need to write in a proper sentences and with lines, a few lines. It cannot be in point forms. Same thing goes to paper 2. Okay, written paper 1 hour 30 minutes, 80 marks. It has 4 questions based on case studies. This paper 2 is slightly longer case studies, yeah, and a lot of financial information will be given. You can use those data, those tables or graph or newspaper ads or something that is given to you to answer the questions that will be asked. That is the assessment method. Okay, now before you get into any specialization or any subjects you want to be really good at, of course, you would ask yourself, why am I taking this subject, right? Why am I doing something? So I would suggest that students, you should take note that how studying business will help you in your life, even though you don't end up becoming a businessman or businesswoman someday. You can apply the concept that you learn in your business studies lessons in your daily life. You can even help your parents, your uncle, your aunties. You can share ideas with them. Okay, share whatever you have learned. They can use these ideas to help them solve problems in their workplace, in their companies, in their shop, in their bakery, probably. Okay, in their coffee shop, restaurant, anywhere, any sort of business. So it helps you in many ways. Let's start with problem solving, as I mentioned earlier. It helps you in your planning. Yeah, when you do cash flow forecasting, it helps you to understand how much money you need to start a business, to run your day-to-day expenses, how much profit you can make out of this, how many workers you need to get the job done. All these are considered as planning. Okay. And obviously, it makes you understand how companies work. Okay. This is important because someday you guys are going to graduate and join organizations, corporate companies that hire fresh graduates. You're going to learn how to adjust yourself to those companies. Understand which company you're working with, how to deal with the conflicts in the organization, how communication helps. Yeah. How will employee feel motivated at work? All these things that I'm telling you right now, you're going to learn them in your business studies class. Okay. And the last part is my most favorite, or I feel it's very important, is even this helps me when I was in high school. I started taking business from Form 4, Form 5, and then, from 6 college, my degree and my master's, I've been doing my business. So it actually helped me throughout this journey, right? It helped me a lot in terms of my communication skills. Sorry. It helps me a lot in terms of my communication skills and also my presentation skills. I learned all this throughout these years. So I feel that this is going to be a very good course that would shape you and help you to gain a lot of skills that I've just mentioned just now. Okay. All right. So I have some videos here, probably because we need to give time to other teachers as well. So I'm going to save this video later. During orientation, I promise I'll play this video to show you what kind of activities your senior students have done during their business lessons. Okay. All right. So yes, thank you. That's all from me. Let's move on to Edmund's Mr. Kevin.
Okay, hi guys. So I'm Mr. Kevin. Okay, I'll be briefing you guys about additional mathematics. Okay.
I'm sorry, Mr. Kevin. Do you mind sharing your screen?
Yes, I'm sharing right now. Right.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so as you guys know, okay, additional mathematics is a brand new world. Okay, let you explore a whole new level of maths. Okay, so in additional mathematics, right? Okay, you can see that I actually put a comparison between lower secondary and checkpoint mathematics, and also IGCSE additional mathematics. So in checkpoint, okay, you guys will have paper 1 and paper 2, 50 marks, 50 marks. Both are 1 hour. And of course, paper 1, no calculators allowed, and paper 2 is calculators allowed. Okay, but for AdMaths, okay, both papers had the same weightage. Okay, both papers have 80 marks, 2 hours, and also both allowed to use calculator. All right, now let me introduce you, okay, about the syllabus content. Okay, what are the contents inside AdMaths? Okay, so as you can see, the syllabus, we have 14 chapters. Okay, 14 components. All right, we have functions, quadratic functions, equations, inequalities, graphs, indices, surds, factors, and polynomials, simultaneous equations, log, straight line graph, circular measure, trigonometry, permutation, combination, series, vectors, differentiation, and integration. Okay, but you don't worry, guys, because some of the chapters here you may have heard before, but some of the chapters you may not heard before. Okay, so of course, for this briefing, okay, I would show you guys how does it relate from your lower secondary mathematics to IGCSE MX. Okay, so in checkpoint, okay, you guys have learned 5 chapters, okay, which is simultaneous, functions, straight line graphs, trigonometries, and indices. Okay, so I'm going to show you a comparison between those chapters, okay, between lower sec and MX. Okay, so as you guys can see here, okay, most of the year 9, okay, would have already seen this before, okay, solving simultaneous equations. And what is simultaneous equation about? Okay, simultaneous equations is about solving 2 unknowns at the same time. Okay, they give you 2 equations and they want you to solve for the value of x and y. Okay, and for lower sec, right? Okay, of course you will learn methods like substitution or elimination. Okay, which you guys have already, you guys may have learned it. All right, but if not, then it's somewhere deep down behind the chapters of year 9. Okay, in year 8, my year 8 students, okay, you guys may have not heard of this yet. All right, so this is in lower sec, but now upper sec, okay, upper sec will be harder. As you can see, the simultaneous equation in AdMaths is way complicated. Okay, in lower sec it's just simple. Okay, just 2x plus 3y equals to a number, x plus y equals to a number. But for AdMaths, right, you will have x squared, y squared, and even more complicated equations. Okay, so that is for simultaneous equations. Okay, let's take a look at the next one. Okay, pretty sure, okay, you guys have also learned functions, okay, in year 8 and year 9 as well. All right, so you guys have already seen these functions. What we do, what is functions? Functions, we are trying to find a connection between the input and the output. Okay, so if you subtract by 5, we know it's x minus 5. Divide by 7, we know it's x over 7, and so on. Okay, this is in lower secondary checkpoint. However, functions in AdMaths is way complicated. You have fractions, you have square roots, you will have composite functions. What is composite functions? Combination of 2 different functions. We have inverse functions. Okay, and you can see there are many sub-questions inside. Okay, you can see that a function question, okay, as you can go up to 10 marks. Okay, as what I've shown here. Okay, then next component, okay, you also have learned straight line graphs, right? Okay, so for year 8 and year 9 students, okay, you guys have already learned, right, to find gradient, okay, gradient of a straight line. Okay, you also learn how to draw straight line graphs on graph paper or on grid. Okay, and also you guys will be using graph paper to solve simultaneous equations. All right, so this is in checkpoint. Okay, however, in AdMaths, okay, AdMaths questions tend to be more complicated. Okay, as you can see that they give you a graph like that. They tell you all the necessary information, okay, followed by a structured questions. So these are the examples of all the questions they can ask in straight line graphs. Okay, you can see part 1, they say to find the value of m. Okay, part 2, find the y coordinate of q, and so on. okay, and you can see there are more. They can ask you up to 6 parts, okay. So this requires a very, very deep understanding of straight line graphs. Of course, the basics of year 7 to year 9 is required, okay, in order to understand this complex straight line graphs question, okay. So I'm not going to go through everything here, okay. I'm just going to show it to you. And now I'm going to go in the next one. Okay, trigonometry, okay. Some of you may also have heard of trigonometry before, okay. You have learned about the 3 main trigonometry, okay, the three main trigonometric ratios, which is sine, cos, and tangent, okay. Some of you may not have heard it, okay, but you will learn somewhere throughout your lower secondary, okay. And also, you will play with one important theorem, okay. I think you guys have known that, which is Pythagoras theorem, okay. That is in lower sec. So lower sec, you have learned only just Pythagoras followed by the 3 trigonometric ratios, okay. However, how does NMATS look like? Okay, you can see this is a sample from past year paper, okay. You can see they give you a picture like that, okay. The window frame asks you to find the angle, okay, asks you to work out the diagonal. So that are all lower sec, okay. However, for upper sec, upper sec trigo will look as complicated as what is shown right now. So you can see this is a sample of 3 different questions, how trigo is asked. You can see that trigo now is way more complicated, okay. Apart from that, okay, in upper sec, you actually have 6 trigonometric identities in total, okay. Not only sine, cos, tangent, but in year 10 trigo, you guys will learn even another 3 more new trigonometric identities, okay, which is secant, cosecant, and cotangent, okay. So no worries about that, okay. When we come to year 10, of course, we will, I will go through with you all, okay. I will go through with you all about all these trigonometric identities, okay. But now, I'm just showing you the relationship between the lower sec and upper sec trigo. Okay, now, last but not least, okay, we have indices, okay. Of course, you guys know what's indices. Indices is dealing with powers, okay. We have powers of 3, powers of 4, and so on. So, of course, some of you may already know, okay, to answer this question right here, okay, this is also from lower sec. So you can see that when you multiply 2 different, 2 same base with different powers, you add their powers, okay. I'm pretty sure you guys have learned this in your lower sec, okay. And now, and questions can go up like f times f 5 times. So that will be f power 5. So this is the lower secondary indices. They ask you something that is really, really straightforward, okay. Directly you can answer right on the spot. It's all 1 mark, 2 mark question, okay. However, indices in NMATS will look like this, okay. They will give you a lot of mixture, square root, cube, okay, fractions, fractional indices, okay. You can see here, right, okay, we can, they also ask you to solve, they ask you to simplify. So you can see question B up here is a sample of simplifying indices using the laws that you learn, okay. And also for question C, okay, that is solving indices equation, all right. So this is for NMATS, okay, NMATS indices, all right. And now, okay, of course, you need to keep in mind that all topics in NMATS is not independent, okay. It's not like you learn one topic, okay, forget about it. There is no connection with the other topic. It's not like that, okay. You can see this is another sample question that I take from past year papers, okay. This is a combination of simultaneous and indices at the same time, okay. So you need to see that NMATS, right, is a mixture. It's not all just about one topic. It's a combination of a few topics together, all right. So of course, no worries, all right. You will be able to get through all of this when you go year 10, all right. And now, okay, what is the importance of studying additional mathematics? So of course, it's a highly valuable learning experience for students who are comfortable with lower secondary mathematics. So if you guys feel like lower secondary is very easy, okay, you want to challenge yourself to the next level, NMATS is for you, okay. For those who love maths a lot, who love to always get A stars during their lower sec, please feel free to join AdMaths. AdMaths will definitely welcome you. Okay? And also, right, AdMaths will help you to develop deeper mathematical competency and also help to open multiple doors in further education for you. Okay? So it's true, okay, it's true that if you take AdMaths right now, it may be very challenging. Okay, you may also fall to your down times where you keep failing. Okay, but don't see it as a bad way. Okay, don't see it as a bad way. You can actually, all this knowledge, right, you will bring forward to your college. Okay, you will bring forward to your college, essentially it will help you in your degree. All right, so AdMaths really do help me. Okay, when I was studying my college, studying A levels in my college, I realized that a lot of things that you need to learn in AdMaths before you go for your A levels, especially taking A level maths. All right. So you guys know what A level is? Okay, A level is one of the most common course that students will take if they don't know what to do. Okay, and maths is also quite, I would say, is one of the main subject that students will usually take. And most of the maths questions in A levels require the knowledge of AdMaths. All right. So it will be beneficial for those who want to take for A level maths, and also for those who want to challenge themselves, they can take further maths as well. Okay, you are more than welcome to do that. Okay, now last but not least, before I finish my part, okay, so of course there are several careers that require additional mathematics, and one of it, okay, the main one is engineering, which is my major. Okay, so it doesn't matter what type of engineering. Okay, we have mechanical, electrical, chemical, software, civil, okay, electrical and electronics, okay, whatever. Okay, as long as it's engineering, you still need AdMaths. Okay, it will help you to boost your knowledge. Okay, also for students who want to study doctor, medicine, physicists, chemists, okay, programming, okay, all also require the knowledge of AdMaths. Okay, and of course mathematicians, right? We don't have to say. Okay, mathematicians, you must be strong in maths as well. Okay, and also data and research analysts, and also many more other careers, okay, that also require AdMaths. Right? Okay. So that's all from me today. Okay, and I would like all of the participants here. Can you guys fill up a survey form? Okay, survey form before you guys leave.
Okay, so you have heard, okay, from a few teachers on the benefits of studying maths, okay, from Mr. Kevin. If you want to be engineers, if you're interested into everyday life things, okay, it's economics, accountancy, and business study. So I just want you guys to know, okay, the school is opening a social science class other than a science stream that you all heard of, okay? Previously, we only have science, pure science, which is MS, physics, biochem. Now, we're going to have a social science stream, which is accounting, economics, and business studies. Okay, so it's more a complete course. Yes, any question?
Yeah, so like, if you take business stream, you don't actually have to take physics and chemistry at all.
Yes, okay, so if you take social science stream, okay, you're not interested in physics, okay, you're not in chemistry, okay, you're not interested to be one of those things, you know, Mr. Kevin has mentioned, then you're most welcome to take social science stream. So you will not take physics, you will not take chemistry, but you're required to take biology because you need to understand yourself, okay, which is important. And you can do economics, accounting, business studies, okay? So those are the streams that we're going to have. You cannot, I want to take accounts, and I want to take chemistry, and I want to take bio, can I do that? And business studies, no, okay? You either choose a pure science stream or a business studies, okay? Business studies, accounts, econs. Okay, there's only 2 streams. And if you are interested to do pure science, you must score A in A sub. Let's say you score A in math, and I don't want to do MS. Is it possible? Yes. Okay, if you score A in math, and you don't want to do, you know, math, I don't want to do MS, I don't do physics, but I want to do social studies. Yes, you can do so. Okay, if you score A in math, you have a choice. It's up to you what you want to study. But if you don't score A in math, you cannot do MS.
Okay, it's clear? Yes.
Well, if you fail a lot of subjects, but then you get A for math.
If you fail all the other subjects and score A for maths, do you think you still can do well in your physics, your chemistry? No, right?
Mr. Tan will also come.
Okay.
Economy.
Is there any questions?
Okay, any more question? Yeah.
Yes.
They need to be strong in English to take math.
Pardon?
If you're strong in math, by weak in English, you can still go to maths.
Oh yeah, if you look at the presentation just now, Mr. Kevin, can you go back on the subject selection? So if you are taking at maths, you have to take English. English is a requirement. English, ICT. Yes.
If I want to go to maths, I just need to be strong in maths, right?
Yes, if you want to go MS, you need to be strong in maths. That is the prerequisite. Okay? The others, of course, you work on it. That's why you are in year 10 and year 11.
So if I fail other subjects, I can still go to maths. My maths get A.
If you can do maths, get A star, and you can fail other subjects, come and talk to me. Okay? To do MS. Any other questions from this class?
Okay, economy, business, you may ask.
Any questions that you want to ask? No,
Okay,
you go to
students, I need your attention. Regarding that survey that you're seeing in front, right?
Yeah. Oh.
I need you all to do the survey now with your phones.
Okay.
Yes, microphones.
Okay.
One by one, come and many people goes.
I have a phone.
You don't have a phone?
No.
I have posted the link in Telegram already. Can I go to your Telegram?
Okay. If you have any questions for Mr. Kevin or MS, know how tough is MS?
Any questions for me, guys?
Teacher, boleh tak post link tu dalam Telegram, put it in the homeroom. If some student dia tak ada J18A, that this link ha.
And which is?
This link. Yeah. Post it in Go Classroom, so homeroom under homeroom. So some of them who don't have Telegram, they can go to the homeroom.
They need to do it now or?
Post in stream only lah. That stream for them to click.
Alright.
You feel that way, then no lah. It depends on how you feel it. If you plan to go ahead, okay, future studies, right, and you want to take something that's related to next one, and this is part of your education, it's part of your responsibility. But your message is you can, as long as but I think you can be
Okay, please read now. So we just want to know your opinion.
Wi-Fi is so bright.
and you will see.
The puzzle of chase 17 days.
You it's been a while.
What's the very
Strong, I keep on talking non-stop. I read faster than anyone.
Yes.
Oh, make sure